Hello and welcome. My name is Arindam, and in this video I'm going to be buying up all of the properties found in GTA 5 story mode. So in the previous video I had completed the last of Lester's assassination missions, and all three of my characters are now sufficiently rich enough to buy everything and still have millions of dollars still in their pocket. So we're going to be first starting off with Michael, then we're going to move to Franklin, and finally to Trevor. Uh, so each character can buy their own set of properties, but certain characters fit into certain properties. So I'm going to be showing you which properties should be bought by which characters, which I feel is correct. So let us start. All right, so let's change the uniform for once. So this is the first time I am actually looking at the outfit section after story mode got over. So probably some of the new things have been unlocked. So this is one of the new ones, the Ludendorff dress. So once the story mode actually ends, you get to actually see all of these things. uh, we're just going to be behaving like normal Michael. Okay, Tracy and Jimmy are both not there. As usual, I'm going to be making it one big organic video instead of cutting out to the only the property buying parts. So this might be a pretty big video. Here's our Need for Speed Carbon Darius themed Audi A6. So Michael can buy a couple of properties. We are going to be start buying up the properties which are Michael exclusive, which are the cinemas. So the first thing we're going to do is we're going to find out where is Doppler Cinema Doppler, this one, $10 million. Now whatever money I've gotten exclusively from the LCN stock. So if I had access to Bossack, I would have been a billionaire by now, but that's okay. uh, I seem to have a really hard time not following the rules, so I tend to follow the rules with all three of my characters. I'm just not used to breaking rules, even in a video game. So this is the first one, Doppler Cinema. Okay, so the next one should be not this. Still not this. This one is definitely there, but let's not purchase this right now. So we have this and we have this. So let's purchase this one first, then we're going to move to the other one. I had actually thought about, okay, this is what you get for purchasing. So I had actually thought about
Too close!
playing through option A and option B, but I simply could not do it, even this time. This is only my second playthrough of GTA 5 and not once did I actually try out the alternate options for the ending because I am not that heartless, even though it's a video game.
Thanks.
10-cent theater, 20 million only.
Hey, you! On the other side of the street!
Now we have the two really big ones to go. The golf course, and there should be one more theater. Is it this one? Not this one. These two.
Hey, man, what's up?
My purse! Stop! Thief! Help me, sir!
Can I just use this? Alright. Nope.
Oh my gosh!
This is what happens when you think too much with non-violence.
You had your chance, pal.
Exactly. I am always in two minds about unnecessarily killing someone, so I had thought about using the stun gun. When that did not work because my accuracy was horrible and I was not even bothered about using Michael's slow-mo, then I thought maybe I'm going to give us maybe a leg shot or some shot that would incapacitate the person, but even that was not possible. So
Hello there!
He had a change of heart.
Who says chivalry is dead? I only wish more people were like you today.
So imagine being a multi-millionaire and thinking about $50. That is what you got. Anyway, we lost a lot of time, so let's hurry up. We still have a lot of...
Michael,
Davey.
are you behaving yourself?
Oh, but of course.
And how are the kids?
They're good. I actually mean that. Amanda, too. How's work?
Work, it's fine. Better than fine. It's good. Had a few lucky breaks. Look after yourself, Mike.
You too, Davey. You too.
This was the post-mission phone call for the ending mission, that is the third way. And I completed all of the Lester's assassination missions and it triggered only
Shit!
now.
No way!
Sometimes this is how traffic behaves.
You moron! That is not cool.
Are you poor and stupid?
My mistake.
No, I'm rich and intelligent. Alright, so Michael is still pretty rich. Typical. Now, I was actually in two minds about whether I should have Michael or maybe Franklin do this, buy the golf course, because Michael has already purchased.
Yeah, who's this?
Hi, my name's Danny. I'm the manager at the Tivoli Cinema in Morningwood. I figured I should reach out and say hello, seeing as you're like my new boss and all.
Yeah, well, I was kind of hoping it would run itself.
Oh yeah, you won't hear from me unless it's like a real emergency. I've gotta go. Come in sometime, catch a movie. Like, free of charge, of course. I mean, you own the place.
Alright, so I was in two minds about whether Franklin or Michael should get it because Michael already has purchased a couple of them, but I thought Michael actually suits the golf club part. It makes sense for a middle-aged guy with middle-aged crisis problems to have a relaxing time with a golf course. Now, there are a couple of properties that all three of them can buy.
Hello.
Hello, Mr. DeSanta. My name's Raymond. I'm the general manager at the Golf and Country Club. I wanted to personally welcome you as the new owner. I just wish we treated you better as a member. We had no idea you were this rich.
Ah, that's all right. Now, Raymond, I assume I don't have to worry about that silly dress code. And obviously, I play for free.
Of course. Well, maybe not free. It is a business. After all, we have books, but heavily discounted. Congratulations again, Mr. DeSanta.
Okay, now Mr. DeSanta can. So Mr. DeSanta had lost something, I remember. It was a yacht at the very start of our campaign. But now he will have the opportunity to buy that again. I just need to find the correct one. I think it is here. Yes, here. Portal del Sol Marina. Now, last time when I played GTA 5, I had no idea about the stocks, so I was basically broke. I forget about buying the golf club. Forget about buying the golf club. I could barely buy the 3 cinemas. So, and I had no idea about cheats and trainers because I generally play legit. The trainer that I use right now, I mostly use it for changing the time, teleporting sometimes, and majorly, to change the weather depending upon my own mood. Okay, nice. That's a Maverick, I believe.
Hey, my buddy's got his boat out. I can drop you over it if you want.
Oh, no, 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 no. This happens to be one of those parachuting things. that will be done by Franklin, not by middle-aged guy like Michael. He's already a bit fat, according to Trevor. Okay, so this is Michael's one. Now I am not exactly sure, but I think I can use the other two characters to also buy their respective shares in this particular thing. I think so. Michael now got his own little helipad. Sorry, Marina. The next thing I should do is get him a helipad, because a rich middle-aged guy would want to have some kind of helo. Maybe one of those luxury helicopters. I'll buy for him later on. Okay. Alright, so I gave Michael the helipad. Alright, so we got two more things. We have 10 cent. Eight vessels. That's nice. So eventually I am going to be purchasing something from here. If I remember correctly, the Squallow and probably the Jetmax, these two were found from GTA Vice City, and this one I believe came in GTA 4. Finally we have alright of this one looks nice, appeals to Michael's luxury. And this is the original one, the Maverick. This one is Trevor's, so obviously Trevor would prefer these things. Anyway, there is one more thing that Michael can, or rather should, buy. That is a piece of the airport. I believe this is required for not just aeroplanes but also large, really large oversized things, like maybe tanks and other things. Okay, seems like I need to do a lot of turning just for this. I mean, a bit too much. Is it supposed to be that difficult? Or maybe, just maybe, I can use this again. So, can I buy a hangar, some commercial space here? Buy a hangar, okay. And this should also allow you to go into the airport. This one's Devin Weston's. Look at this. Okay, this should also allow you to get into the airport without getting a wanted level. At least that's what I know, or what I think I know. And it feels odd because Michael had actually come here chasing Molly Schultz. So this is basically the hangar. Congratulations on the purchase of the private hangar. Okay, same website just for aeroplanes or airplanes as it's called in the US. So that is all the properties that I'm going to be buying with Michael. I had already purchased the Vinewood garage long back. So now we are going to shift our attention to Franklin. I believe
Man,
this
I need to get some health food in this damn house.
was that Cheetos anyway. So this video actually gives me a good opportunity to also show you, apart from the properties, what are the different outfits I have unlocked for the three characters post story mode. I remember during the the off-road races, the outfit was missing. This one is what I would call an actual tuxedo. Okay, this is the one that I had won in the first off-road race, and that was not unlocked until story mode was over. Okay, now that he's a rich guy, he should be wearing James Bond like attire all the time. Makes no sense. A tuxedo is generally uh, suit that you wear only for special occasion. That's the symbolic representation of a tuxedo. So now for Franklin, we are going to buy three things. LSPD Auto Impound will be the first one. Downtown Cab Company and Hookies. So let's buy which one? What is this? Tequi-la-la, no. This one is Pictures. Pictures is again no. So it's going to be Downtown Cab Company first. Okay. Okay, that is Kendrick Lamar's song, and rather Franklin's own theme song. I would love to hear it, but I don't want YouTube copyright to be messing up. So I like the three theme songs of the three characters, especially Michael's one, which is Radio Gaga. Okay. I should be a bit more liberal. Franklin is younger, so I should be a bit more liberal with my driving speeds. Okay, the cab company. Okay, I think it's going to become dark soon. I don't want this video to go into the dark part. Next thing we're going to be doing is getting. Okay, we already have Los Santos customs uh, and smoke on the water with Franklin. So what I need is the impound. This one. So Franklin was a street.
Yeah, who this?
Oh, hello. This is Raul from the cab company. They said you bought the business, so I wanted to introduce myself.
Alright, cool. Shit. Good to meet you.
It's a solid business. We do well. Some of our regulars can be a little fussy, but what do you expect in LS, right? I'll give you a call if anything comes up, okay?
Alright, sounds good.
So unlike Michael, who was filthy rich, I have no interest with a couple $1,000 from this security convoy. And that was a police car who wanted to bump me off and maybe attract a wanted level for me, because maybe even the police are bored. So Franklin came from a very poor background as a street hustler, so it makes sense for him to buy these things, especially the auto impound, where he helped JB and Tonya with their towing work. So since we are buying so many properties, it doesn't make too much sense for me to pursue that smoke on the water property thing. So we have one more thing to do. This one, Hookies. Hookies is going to be bought by Franklin, not by Trevor. I thought maybe Trevor would be a good idea. I mean, even Franklin, because Hookies, sorry, even Michael, because Hookies is supposedly a family-oriented place. But I believe Trevor cannot buy it because okay, Trevor cannot buy the Hookies because I believe the Hookies is actually the lost motorcycle gang actually visits the Hookies, so it won't be appropriate for Trevor to buy it. Now between Michael and Franklin, I don't think Michael is the kind of person who is too interested in buying something that far away from his home. He is mostly into cinema and showbiz and typical 80s stuff like golf, not golf, basically 80s cinema and middle class stuff like golf. Again, middle age things like golf. On the other hand, is a bit adventurous, so he wants
That's
to
dumb luck right there.
he is pretty young, around 25 during the age of GTA 5, during the time of GTA 5. So he would be interested in trying out new business ventures, trying to expand his own properties and etc. Now we are in the highway, or rather the expressway, so we have to be driving a bit more carefully. Franklin's ability is going to help now.
That was your fault.
And actually, that should be a fourth wall breaking moment because that was my fault. I can turn this on. Sometimes I disable the speedometer because it I mean I'm looking at the speed too much and it breaks my immersion.
Man, you got off lucky, homie. You're an asshole, driver.
That was again my fault. So this highway kind of reminds me of 2010's Need for Speed Hot Pursuit reboot, the one that Criterion Games made. The highway looks kind of similar, and I used to face such similar problems with traffic there. Only the car controls were so bad in Hot Pursuit then that I used to crash a lot with traffic, especially with the hypercars like the Veyron and the Koenigsegg. Alright, we have come close. Here is the Hookies, and that's a lost or some motorcycle club guy. That's a lost fan, so it's definitely a lost place where lost people visit. Lost motorcycle club. Alright, now, so Frank, I'm the owner. So Franklin can actually buy a piece of this, this and this too. And I am actually going to be going back. So generally when I'm making YouTube videos, I would try to make sure that the videos are set sometime when the visibility is proper. So I try to make sure that the videos are not done at night or in the evenings like this, but I believe now that we have completed the story mode, I think I can explore the night a bit. And natural vision evolved mod actually gives the evenings and nights look really good. The one that I'm using is the single player beta, the free version. It's still in the beta stage and it looks wonderful. It completely changes the whole atmosphere of the game. I mean, it does not, I mean, this is not looking like a game that was developed in 2012, that is over 10 years ago. This looks like a game that was recently made, maybe in 2021 or 22. Hmm. Sometimes it bugs out. I don't know why. But it's okay. Look at the lighting. I'm using the I'm using the medium preset because I'm actually using a modified version of the medium ENB preset for Natural Vision Evolved. So what I have done is uh, in the enb.ini configuration file, I have reduced the resolution scale for the ambient occlusion. I think by default it is around zero point 0.3 or zero point 0.4. I think it's zero point 0.4, and I have made it around zero point 0.1 or rather zero point 0.2 maybe. So that has made the FPS significantly better because uh, the medium at its default causes me to lose a lot of frame rates, especially when it's night and the rain reflections are on. I mean, especially during rainy, stormy weather. My frame rates drop to around 15. Okay, but by reducing the resolution, my frame rates are stable. So I believe the first one, this one, was Michael's. That one is Franklin's. There should be one more for Trevor also. Uh, it's actually good that I did not use any kind of time modifiers and made sure the Franklin's part of the video is also done in the morning, because you would have missed out the really nice lighting that Natural Vision Evolved has given. So the next thing we're going to be doing is again repeating Michael's footsteps and buying a helipad. For Franklin, I might just go for something a bit more smaller or nimble, maybe the buzzard. Now, the last property that Franklin is going to buy, okay, it's it's the same two emails as Michael has gotten, so we are not repeating them again. We're going to buy another piece of the hangar. So now that Franklin will also be buying a piece of the hangar, I think I might try something a bit more extravagant with Franklin. Maybe invade the military base and maybe maybe get the cargo transport, the AC-130 or some of the other really big aircraft with Franklin. Or maybe that should be reserved. No, uh, Trevor already has the F-16, so this is going to be reserved for Franklin. Alright, it's night now. So it was 9 o'clock when I actually started this particular video. It's 23, which means 14 or 15 minutes in game time has actually passed. So Michael's one was over there and this is Franklin's one. Okay, looks really nice. Again the same thing for Franklin. Okay, now we have purchased everything that Franklin should purchase. Whatever remains should belong to Trevor. So let's go to Trevor now. Trevor has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 more properties that I need to purchase. And Trevor actually has a safe house in Blaine County as well as in your Los Santos. So he has a property, he has a location in either of the two places, which means Trevor can actually, Trevor should have property in both places. First thing I'm going to be doing is, now whatever property remains obviously belongs to Trevor. So I don't have to think about too much. All I can do is I'm going to purchase this first. This is the Tequi-la-la. This is actually a gay club, and I don't think Trevor is the kind of person who should have any problem with any of these non-straight things. I certainly myself don't. Okay, I should not be sharing any political views. I'm not political. I just believe every person should be free to do whatever they want, so long as they are not hurting someone else. Uh, Maybe in a different video I'm going to explore what's inside each of these properties. So that is tequila. Next one should be pitchers. Okay. Owner of the most legendary rock club in town. My name's Cody and I'm the club manager. This is this. I thought it'd be a piece of history. This is this. Pretty cool. Anyway, I'll keep you in the loop. That's it. As you can see, it's night, and top right corner, my FPS counter from Fraps is hitting lower 30s and even higher 20s. Especially in the rainstorm, it becomes even worse, but still it's manageable. Okay, I let Trevor buy this because this is the place from where Trevor actually took the golden tooth from one of the Love Feast members for Nigel in the Strangers and Freaks mission. So it makes perfect sense for Trevor to come back here and buy this. Okay. And Trevor doesn't care about what dress he is wearing, so while Franklin is wearing a tuxedo, Trevor is wearing practically nothing. So we have this thing to go, the hen house, and we have the scrapyard over here. So in the very beginning of my GTA 5 series, I had already purchased the Sandy Shores airfield. So Trevor had already purchased the airfield there, airstrip, and he has already done completed all of the so Trevor has already completed all of the unique ground and air drug supply runs. You can check out that video if you want to. If you are like me, if you are like me, who had started his GTA career from the 3D era games like Vice City, which was my first, then Vice City, GTA 3, even San Andreas, then it is kind of astonishing how far GTA has gone from the likes of Vice City and GTA 3 to the current GTA 5. And I cannot even imagine what GTA 6 will be, because the bar has been set almost too high. Okay, this is the car scrapyard. Okay, it's night. I'm really considering should I do it at night or not, because these things would look much better if it was in the day. Okay, now Trevor already has his helipad and his hangar over here, so he doesn't need anything over here. What he does need is a place to store boats. So that's where we are going to go. Alright, so I would be really happy if I can end this video before 9 o'clock in the morning, which means I would have taken a full one day to purchase all of the remaining properties. Okay, Trevor doesn't care about traffic rules, but Trevor still cares about not killing or doing too much damage, at least my Trevor. I mentioned not too much damage, so he is allowed to do a bit of damage, not too much but just enough to showcase that he is still Trevor, not Franklin or Michael. Okay, now Mr. Phillips is also going to get his own place, and Trevor would probably store a really fast attack, uh, any boat that has weapons in it, so that he can do drug runs. At least that's what Trevor should be doing. Okay, last property. Okay, last property. It is going to be morning soon. So let me see if I can purchase the last one before the sun starts. That will be nice. So the last one, exactly last property, is over here. Everything else has been purchased. Everything else. It's a bit far away, and we are at 4:29. Sun should be out around 6 o'clock. So we still have a minute and a half in real game time, in real time. So
That was close.
I have been thinking about this. So I play a lot of video games on PC, and I was wondering, between 2011 and 2020, I believe GTA 5 should be considered the game of the decade. No, not just game of the year, game of the decade. In my eyes, based on the games I have played and the things I know of, there are only three video games that are contenders for game of the decade. GTA 5, which I think is the winner, which should be the winner based on the sheer amount of things it has. Second place would be Ark Survival Evolved. It's a broken game, but I believe Ark Survival Evolved has done things that no other game could even think of doing. And besides, I have spent more time with Ark Survival Evolved than maybe the next 3 or 4 games combined. It's crazy. My entire YouTube channel is just made famous thanks to Ark Survival Evolved, and I have thousands and thousands of hours sunk into it. The third contender would be Witcher 3 The Wild Hunt. Again, it's all three games are masterpieces. I know a lot of people don't like Ark because it's buggy, and even after 7 years of development there are a crazy amount of bugs, but it's still a pretty complicated game. Witcher 3 doesn't even feel like a game. It feels like I am playing an interactive movie. It's that good. The storyline, animations, everything. And then there is GTA 5. GTA 5 kind of feels like Life 2.0. It feels more like Second Life than the metaverse thing Second Life itself, due to the sheer amount of things you can do and how organic everything looks. Just look at the graphics. This game released over a decade ago. Crazy. I know I am using Natural Vision Evolved, which is itself an amazing, probably the best graphics mod out there, but still, I had initially thought about using Redux, but because Redux is basically an all-in-one, but I just could not stomach the overblown graphics of Redux. It was too saturated and a bit unnatural, so I decided I'm going to go with something that is natural and realistic, which is NVE. And I have actually done my own research into how NVE compares with real life settings in California and Los Angeles, and I believe this is the best graphics mod out there. So morning has just come. The sun is about up now, and we are purchasing our last one. This is another nightclub similar to the Vanilla Unicorn, which is a strip club, and perfectly suits Trevor. Okay, so we have now purchased. It's 7 o'clock. In 2 more hours we would have completed 1 hour, one full day of purchasing properties around Los Santos in San Andreas. Alright, so we have now purchased every single property that can be bought in story mode, and from the next video onwards, there are lots of other things to do. We'll see what happens. So thank you for watching, and stay tuned.